Before I continue, I just want to reiterate the fact that a lot of these things that I talk about are usually things that I have previously experienced, the majority of them, and a small percentage of them are things that I was witness to. So with that being said, let me go ahead and address the subject at hand. This is a special message to the players, or the pseudo players. The pseudo players are the ones that think that they're players, but they're not. They're sloppy. They don't have their ducks in a row. They don't think things through. So therefore, they're not really playing. They're just in the game. But they're not winning at all. The players are winning somewhat. They know where they are, they know what they want, and they know how to get it. It's a two-party situation when you're dealing with a player. So, am I advocating this behavior? I'm not saying yes or no. I don't know you from a can of paint. You might be single and just enjoying yourself. But let me tell you a couple of things that people make mistakes with when they decide they want to be a player. First thing that they do is that they assume because they're playing that the other people that they're dealing with are playing. Let me say that again. They assume because they're playing that the people that they're dealing with are playing. Mistake number one, you don't know what's in that person's head. They might be pretending to play just so they can get the hooks into you. Maybe they do want to settle down, but they figure, oh, well, they'll just love you out of that so-called demon or so-called situation that you got going on in your head, which is another mistake. And if you listen to some of my audios, I talk about loving somebody out of their mental. Can't happen. What people choose to do is what they choose to do. So the number one mistake that a lot of players make that gets them into a lot of trouble, some of them even wind up losing their lives behind it, is assuming that the people that they're dealing with want to play as well. Wrong assumption to make. It's best for you to go ahead and just state your intentions from the beginning and maybe periodically remind throughout the whole time, but don't turn around and say that you're not interested or say that you won't want to settle down and then turn around and act the way that you want, act in a way where you want to be around all the time and that you want to be committed. These are people that turn around and say, oh, I'm a player and da-da-da, but they'll turn around and act committed. You can't do that. They're around all the time. They're doing girlfriend, boyfriend, wifey, husband type things all the time. But then you're going to turn around and come out your mouth and say that you're a player. It doesn't match. Apples and oranges, you know. So that's the number one thing you don't do. And the second thing you don't do is don't lose track of who you're playing with. Some of y'all are just gone to berserk. You're so in your head with this playing thing that you're not paying attention to who you're dealing with. You're getting names mixed up. You're getting situations mixed up. Let me tell you how many times in the past where I was being played on and I kind of suspected something was going on and that person will slip in conversation. Let's say we go to a restaurant or go to a venue or something, and they'll turn around and say something to the fact that, well, the last time we were here, da, 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 or remember when we came here before, and you've never been with them before. That's a clear sign right there. They were playing around on you. They have been there with somebody else, but they think it's you. This person has played with too many people too fast in too many situations and got the situation mixed up with you. At that very point in time right there, believe me, my energy changes. And they don't think that you heard it because you didn't confront them about it at the time. I'm just taking in the information. I'm like, okay, they got me mixed up with somebody else they're dealing with. And the sad part about it is that could have been somebody from their past. But for the simple fact that they just got the facts all mixed up, you don't know. So that creates a certain sense of insecurity in your mind because you're like, okay, what is this person on? But they get me mixed up with people. Is it a medical condition or are they playing around? Especially if that person has not been as attentive as they used to be. That's too much going on. You don't have as much energy in the situations that as you did before. You're starting to slow down. You're starting to get tired. You're getting your facts mixed up. You're getting places mixed up. You're getting people mixed up. You're dealing with too many people. You're dealing with too many people. You're going to have to just trim the fat a little bit. Like I said, I'm not trying to advocate or condemn this type of behavior. Everybody's different. Everybody's situation is different. I'm just talking about real life here, and that's what we do on this channel. So to the players, now I'm going to keep this a short one. Make sure you know the rules of the game, and make sure you be prepared to play it well before you get involved, because you could lose your life behind slipping. And I'm not saying this as a curse or anything like that. I'm just telling the truth. Turn on the news every day. How many times have you heard of situations where somebody lost their life in a domestic situation, and after the police have done all the investigating later on, they found out there was a third-party situation going on that totally went out of control? Somebody decided to play, and they were playing in the wrong place with the wrong people at the wrong time, and it got messy. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Have a great day.